KENETIC is a blockchain crypto investment firm based in Hong Kong and Puerto Rico. Founded in 2016, they were the first fund in Hong Kong and one of the earliest in Asia. With a portfolio of over 220 companies, they were seed investors in such projects as Ethereum, Parity and Polkadot, Solana, FTX and of course Handshake and Namebase. Founder Johan Chu is an active investor and supporter of the Handshake ecosystem. Over 100,000 domains, co-founder of Dweb Foundation, co-founder of HandyCon, and sponsor of the Handshake House at Miami Hack Week 2022.
Everybody's doing good? Have I had a nice little break? How's maybe do a little
E2.
E2, okay. So we got a really interesting panel today from all around the world. So this is an international one. I think everybody's up early, maybe even Chris because it's scheduled. But we have Goldshell, Sylvia with us, Don, a crowdfunding expert in hardware, working with a few projects we'll talk about, Chris, Xingyue. So it's just really amazing. So we're talking about hardware and the D-Web, and we feel like it's a bridge, bridging a lot of this software and blockchains to the physical world. And we are really excited to do this. And I'm going to be hosting this panel, and each have prepared different ways. But I think first, just a quick intro, just say your name and where you are and what you're working on. Sylvia, you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. Hi, Mike. Thanks to invite me. And hello, everyone. I'm Sylvia. This is my honor to representative as Goldshell to attend this conference. I'm responsible for community management and social media cooperation. It's glad to meet and talk with all of you. Thanks again for having me.
Great. Thanks, Sylvia. Especially getting up early, 6:30 a.m. on a Saturday. Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Chris, how about you want to go up next? Just a quick little intro.
Yeah, sure. Hi, guys. Chris Cormley here from GGM Capital. I'm a hardware, software, manufacturing, and integration specialist, we'll say. And I've been in the crypto space for quite a while. I've known Mike for a very long time also. And happy to be here, guys.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Xingyue, you want to go up next?
Hello, thank you for inviting me. I'm Xingyue from HNS fans community. Today I will tell what we changing from the 2021 and the development about one tool about mobile wallet and a plugin that can help you make a shopping site pay with HNS. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Xingyue. All right, and then last but not least, Don Wilder. Hey, Don, you're on mute.
Yeah. Hey, guys. So I'm actually working with Chris on the Indigenous project, which is a decentralized VPN. It's also incorporating a handshake, and overseeing kind of the project launch and some of the design on the project.
Awesome.
Based in Thailand, originally from the US.
Awesome. Okay, great. I think Xingyue, you want to start? You wanted to share a little bit about what you've been working on and some of the changes in HNS fans, the Chinese community. Do you have some things you wanted to share?
Yeah, okay. So let's start it. Hello everyone, I'm Xingyue, one member from HNS Fans community. HNS Fans is a community built by some Chinese members who want to change the name world. We mainly do some work to spread HNS news to the community members. And sometimes wrapper some tools to make the HNS working much more friendly to the users. And also we translate the shake news to the Chinese and send again. At first, we have 5 WeChat groups, nearly 1,000 people. Also, we have HNSFan.com. Every day comes nearly 1,000 visits too. But as all you know, at the middle of the 2021, China began to ban the blockchain. So we close our WeChat and Weibo and other
Oh, really?
Chinese tools in China.
I didn't know that.
We changed our community much more global. So we make our Twitter account HNS Fans and Telegram group and Discord server. We record some words to the Discord.
Got it. Oh, I
We
didn't know about that. You guys, I didn't know you got shut down on WeChat. Yeah, it's dangerous to talk about this stuff on Chinese internet, right?
yes.
That's
So we
unbelievable.
have to use foreign tools to talk about this.
Do you know if it was handshake related or it was just blockchain or mining? Why was it closed? They don't tell you probably, but
Simply because our members think it is dangerous to talk about that in China tools and we bring us much trouble. So
got it.
we directly change it to our Telegram, and now we have only one WeChat group and some only 100 people. It's much little and it's much safe for us.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think Xinyuan knows about HNS.chat or HNS chat on Handshake, but that's like a new chat app built on Handshake names. So I think you've tried that, but maybe the community could also make a channel or a group there. Xinyuan, do you mind we come back to more parts of your update, or do you want to finish it all now? I know you prepared, or
Prepare what?
oh no, I'm just saying, are you finished with your update for now, or
You mean send the Telegram group or the?
oh, I just mean what you were sharing now, or you have more you'd like to share at
Let's
this
go on.
moment?
To be honest, HS is one powerful tool that can totally change the current domain name system. But I think HNS is the name, not only the domain name, that can name everything you know. From every river to every mountain. You can name them as you like. Some HNS applications play with the HNS record with the name much more decentralized. Someone may know we also make one tool called Mona with SkyInclude, so let me tell something about it. I want to share my screen.
Okay, sure.
Wait. Okay. Okay, this is our Mona tools. It is simply a web wallet based on a HSD node running on background. It's simply communicate with it. When this tool is logged in with our handshake name, after you log in, you will get one wallet, and we will give you the words to that can be restored from other wallet. Also, you will get one APK and secret that can be used to make a WordPress tool to communicate with this. Then you will make many orders to get this. Also, we have some tools recently to receive names and transfer to others. So this is all my name. It can be transferred to other address and also include the finalized. Also, it tells the records now from the blockchain, and maybe sometime later we can modify that.
Awesome. It's really great, Xingyu. Yeah, I've been working a bit with Xingyu on this. Yeah, as you said, it's in Chatstone and SkyInclude. We're trying to find more ways to make it easier for payments, and it actually does quite a few things. Xingyu is a very talented developer in China, and we're trying to work with him more and build more to bridge the communities too. So keep up the great work, Xingyu, and thanks for sharing this and building. Thanks for building.
Okay. Also, we have a paid Markdown tools that can be make Dweb applications. Now it is simply one Markdown Markdown content. Then we may add some plugins to help the page much powerful. May add some JS plugins to visit the scannet and the storage.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a D-links way, another way to make a quick page with Markdown for your handshake name, and goes to Skylink. It's awesome. Really, really great. Thanks, Xingyu. So yeah, check it out at monapay.com. I saw Chris just stepped away. I think, how about we move to Gold Shell? Sylvia, I know you actually presented, you also brought some slides, so maybe we can do that next. It's kind of like we're all just sharing different updates here, and it's thanks.
Yeah,
Sylvia.
sure, I will do that. So is it my part?
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to go around, and then we'll also hopefully have some time for some questions from after we share. But yeah, I'd love to see what Gold Shell is up to.
Yeah, sure. So I just talk quickly. Yeah, I believe some of audience have heard about Gold Shell and our miners. Gold Shell commits to encourage more people involved in mining. So that's why we make different miners. We not only make professional miners, but also make the box miner, especially for normal people or what we call the end users. We believe by mining, it will help to distribute the hash rate and make community to grow up. In here, I would like to share my screen to present our user infographic.
Sure. But yeah, I think we all know Gold Shell. I mean, it's still the only manufacturer for handshake mining with HS1. I have a HS1, and HS5, I think, is the premium one now, right, for handshake by Gold Shell.
Yeah.
So are people mining handshake in the chat? Maybe I'd like to hear it while she's preparing her screen. Are people here mining handshake or using Gold Shell? Anybody want to share their experiences? I did it, you know.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Boxes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Vinny's done it with maybe if you're willing to share what machines you've used. I mean, just create some engagement here, some chats. But Sylvia, you're sharing your screen. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Great. So I would like to share the user infographic. The first one is an overall user graphic. In picture, our customers are globally. So there are more than 10,000 people have bought miners on our website.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the second table is our customer who purchased Handshake miner on Gold Shell website. Our Handshake miner have shipped to over 80 countries. More than 3,000 individuals have bought so far. Around 60% users are located in United States. We also have large quantity customers in Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, and Spain. So generally speaking, the more people have the miner, the hash rate will get more distributed. And also, I would like to introduce more about our box miner. Yeah, the left picture shows The small body is really cute. It attracted many users' love. Yeah, people enjoy the mining. Then they start to do their own research, get more understanding on Handshake ecosystem development. So we released the new process miner this month. It's HS Lite. Yes, the right picture. A new powerful quiet miner. We hope that all users can show their support to Handshake by their mining experience. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is my want to present. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I didn't know about this HS Lite. So it's just coming out this month, you said?
Yeah, it just comes. It's just coming in maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, great. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then is there back orders, or how do people, I know Gold Shell is often sold out, right? Yeah. I mean, I see some people wanting maybe how is there ways, I know you sell out really fast, right? Your machines, is there?
Yeah, some customers complain it's hard to get our miners. And indeed, we are facing the chip shortage, unstable supply chain, especially during the COVID-19, has greatly impact on our mining capacity. But we are still working on that. Hope we can provide more units to all of you and our fans. Yeah.
Is there any whitelist for HandyCon attendees? People are there's a few people in chat saying HandyCon discount, or at least a exclusive pre-order or something. Maybe we can talk about that.
Yeah. If it's we can have more collaboration together. So, and also I want to highlight that GoShare is open to receive different capacity on every topic. So, and also we are glad to receive any feedback, suggestions from all of you. So, if you have any ideas or information would like to share, just go ahead and contact us directly.
What's the best way, I know, for that?
Yeah, you can just contact us by email. It's hello@goshare.com. Yeah, I can tap our email on the chat bar.
Okay. So also, if you want to use the Q&A box for questions, people, just so I don't lose track, because we're going to kind of shift around in the panel now. But talking about, crowdfunding, Chris and Don more specifically too, crowdfunding is a popular channel, right? And Don, do you want to share some of your insights with crowdfunding for people, and then how you've seen it in the crypto space and in hardware here, like with Indigenous and other things?
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey guys. So I've been in the reward-based crowdfunding scene for about 9 years. So a lot of experience on Kickstarter and Indiegogo in particular, and I've helped a lot of companies do crowdfunding, as well as launching some of my own projects. But I think Web 3.0 is definitely going to change the landscape, right, for crowdfunding, and even reward-based crowdfunding. Kickstarter's looking at incorporating some blockchain into the platform. Yeah,
that's awesome. I didn't know about that.
And Indiegogo as well, right? So that's going to change things, right? I think even companies launching physical products with NFTs is kind of on the horizon. But currently, I think as far as reward-based crowdfunding, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo, there's still a lot of challenges for crypto companies. There's probably only a couple of successes to date. One of the companies that went to Indiegogo that was running a hardware mining project called Deeper, I think people are probably familiar with, they had a nice campaign, and they're set up on the Indiegogo in-demand store right now. So they pulled in over 8,000 pre-orders on their store, which is awesome. But if you look at the campaign page, they're really limited on what they can even explain about the product, because it's against the terms of service for Kickstarter and Indiegogo to do anything that's a financially related product. So that just means that with the deeper project, they were able to explain that the product is a decentralized VPN, but not so much that it actually can earn you passive income through mining, right?
True.
So as any company that's interested in moving into that space, that's just something they should be aware about.
Yeah, it's this fine line, but it's interesting you're saying like that Kickstarter, they might have their blockchain integrations or even tokens. Imagine that, like you get rewarded in token from buying on these crowdfunding platforms. I don't know if that's what could happen, but interesting insights. Chris,
Yeah.
go ahead, Daniel.
Oh no, I mean, from what I've heard with like Kickstarter in particular is that it's also a point of liability. Like they Kickstarter wants to be able to kind of offer the platform, but not be so closely connected between the backers and the creators, which moving into the blockchain will make things a little more transparent as far as de-risking them as a platform.
Okay, nice. And then Chris, I'm excited to hear. I mean, if we could share about Indigenous a bit and where we at. I know people have been following it in the Handshake world, and you've been helping me out with that and working with us. Do you want to share some insights from Indigenous, which is like as Don mentioned in the intro, like a hardware for Sentinel, and then also resolving handshake names?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the basic idea is that we have the hardware and the software still has some bugs. So we're working through those. And I guess just like on the topic of hardware in general, like especially within the crypto space and how teams work, there's definitely a disconnect on the new way of working versus the old way of working. I'm sure Sylvia at Goldshell can share her experience that when development's done in their software, it's usually siloed and in-house, and then it goes open after that. Where now it's desegmented teams that don't always have share the information like the best way and the most effective way. So it's something that we're working through, and hopefully we can fix those bugs, even if we have to do it ourselves and get that thing out.
True. Yeah. So like the software, hardware and software integration is really challenging, right? I think that's the bridging hardware and software together. And then, like you're saying, the communications with distributed teams, working online, working cross-border. But that's a true point. Actually, there's a question that came from the audience. Is there, and Chris might be the best to explain this, but are there any US-based companies making hardware now, or is it all like Asia still? Obviously a lot of gold shells in Asia, and a lot of other manufacturing is here. Or others, maybe even Sylvia or others would like to answer, but I think Chris might be the.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it depends how you define making. Something similar to how Apple puts on the iPhone. Designed in California but assembled in China. I believe that's generally what's going on.
True. Yeah, I mean, even within Asia, people are trying to make and manufacture maybe in Vietnam, but a lot of the raw materials comes from China and then goes to say Vietnam, and then they assemble it there, right? Or even the chips are made in Taiwan, right? A lot, like Sylvia mentioned, chip shortages. Chips are usually coming from maybe I'm not as familiar as Chris or maybe Sylvia, but then there's components from everywhere, right? And then there's of course different other parts of the process. But then I think there's more and more assembly in the US. I know, Chris, we've been discussing 3D printing or smaller production runs in the US for faster delivery times and. But it's also the chips, right? Sylvia mentioned chip shortages too with gold shell miners. The real limiting factor, I think, is the chips. I don't know if Sylvia or Chris or anyone else wants to give some insights about what is the chip market now? Is it getting better or worse? I guess it depends on the bull market of crypto or what.
I think maybe Sylvia can answer the chip issue better than I can. But what I will say is that as far as U.S. assembly or production, if this is something that anybody would like to do or like to seek, this is something that actually we've been looking at a lot. I'd be happy to look at either investment within that or anything around that. Like I feel like it makes it a lot cleaner of a process. Plus, you get to save that 25% off the top that I think a lot of importers just aren't paying right now through whatever method they're using. But that's something that I can definitely see there being a huge advantage on. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
So,
Well, yeah,
Sylvia might be better than me.
No, go ahead. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely interest to move things to the U.S. I mean, even before, even earlier, you know, for many years, there's been discussions about manufacturing in the U.S.
I think
and it's for like
answer that, Mike. Sorry.
What was that? Sorry.
Sylvia unmuted her mic.
Oh, okay, Sylvia. I'd love to hear your insights about chip shortages, manufacturing. You know, you're doing this every day at Gold Show.
Well, I think that it's made hard to say that. So we are just working on that. We hope that we can to achieve this ship shortage. Yeah.
Okay. And so you're in Shanghai. The manufacturing is in Shanghai. I don't know if you can disclose that or it's in Hangzhou.
Yeah, no, just our headquarters in Shanghai, and other manufacturers, I believe mostly it's in Shenzhen. Yeah.
Oh, it's in Shenzhen. Nice. I'm here. Cool. All right. There was one other question about the hash rate power usage from Vinny. I don't know if you know that, Sylvia, yet, or maybe they could check it on their website for the HS Lite.
You wanna say the HS Lite hash rate or power? Yeah, I can check in my website to show that.
Okay, seems like Andy from HS Search is sharing in the chat. It's 1360 gigahertz a second, 1250 watts. Great, thanks, Andy. Okay, we just got a couple more minutes left. This was a shorter panel, but what are some other thoughts or concerns or points, you know, that's happening in the space that we'd like to share here?
Well, I'd actually personally like to hear some questions from the audience for features that they would like to see. Typically right now, when people buy hardware related to crypto in general, it's ROI based. And even the pricing is based on like how many Bitcoin can I mine? And then the price follows that, right? For the machine, it's just a capital cost input. Whereas like, you know, traditional internet, people buy devices to get to use the service, right? If you buy like a router for your house, etc. So perhaps a good question would be, what would motivate people to want to buy a device that it's not based on an ROI for it?
Yeah, what we're noticing a lot is people want just to earn the token, but not maybe you know, mining, like, you know, mining to get coin, which is of course a good incentive, but maybe also just for decentralization stake or you know, the Dweb at general. What would some features people want in hardware? You know, if people want to put in chat some questions or features or points. Also, I'm getting some private messages, you know, from dwebnet.net is more than happy to help us with U.S. manufacturing. Chris, he said, messaging me now. So that's another point to mention. They're U.S. based. They got a couple of facilities. They're sending me now. Actually, Chris, how can people reach? You know, you say people can reach out to you. What will be a good way for them to do so?
Telegram and email. I can drop it in the chat. Yes.
Yeah, maybe put it in the chat.
Sure.
Also, if Goldshell, I think Sylvia, you shared your hello@goldshell.com or goldshell.com. Is that the best ways? You also have other ways. I mean, I think there's a Telegram group I'm in that's pretty active as well on Goldshell.
Yeah, our community is very active. We have more than 7,000 community members on Telegram. Yeah, I can type the Telegram. So everyone, if you have any interest,
if Xingyue or Don have ways that they'd like people to connect, they could also put in the chat. We're wrapping up. Just 1 minute. We got the next session's gonna be pretty awesome too, of HNS Search and HNS Factory with Andy. Okay. All right. So I think we're wrapping up. It was a quick one. It was a fun one. So thank you for coming on, Chris, Don, Xingyue, Sylvia, especially so early for those most in Asia. So I really hope you enjoyed. And there's some contact information being shared. Kirk, yeah, definitely be cool if we make some connections, keep building out the Dweb to bridge the online and offline worlds and get more mass adoption. So thanks for sharing, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
KENETIC is a blockchain crypto investment firm based in Hong Kong and Puerto Rico. Founded in 2016, they were the first fund in Hong Kong and one of the earliest in Asia. With a portfolio of over 220 companies, they were seed investors in such projects as Ethereum, Parity and Polkadot, Solana, FTX and of course Handshake and Namebase. Founder Johan Chu is an active investor and supporter of the Handshake ecosystem. Over 100,000 domains, co-founder of Dweb Foundation, co-founder of HandyCon, and sponsor of the Handshake House at Miami Hack Week 2022.